We're about to turn this quaint little farm into an absolute empire. Plus we have a dog. In order to make money and earn reputation, we need to complete orders for people. They currently want leaves and carrots, so we're going to give them leaves and carrots. First we need a seed dispenser for the leaves, and then it's easy as plowing them in. 5 leaves probably takes about that much. We only need 10 carrots, so that's probably about that much. And they're actually already adequately watered, so I don't even have to add water yet. And then we just change it to light speed and watch them grow while keeping an eye on their hydration levels. Occasionally weeds will start to grow, so we've got to rake them. I can try and rake the dog, but nothing happens. It's worth noting that everything I do costs a little bit of money, so I need to be careful how stupid I am. But now that I've harvested the leaves, that is satisfied. Now we're just waiting on the carrots that are getting weedy again. And they're already done, order satisfied. Now we've got to select what we want to do next. We need to add corn to the mix, so it's going to be cabbage, carrot, corn. But we're going to do this one instead because we get more money. So then all we need is a corn dispenser and to start plowing in our crops. I realized after that last round that we keep the excess anyway, so we can just sell them at a later date and easier complete orders. Naturally, we only have so many in our storage, so we can only use as many seeds as we have. And these ones are a little bit thirsty, so we're going to have to spend some money actually giving them water. But it doesn't take long and they're on their way. Shockingly, I wasn't paying attention to quantities here, but I assume we have enough. I see some weeds coming in, so we'll take care of those. And we still have about $2,000 to our name, so we're doing well. Some of these are already ready. And the corn comes up ready too. The carrots are ready and we have extras. Look at this order. We can fulfill it right away. Why would we not take that one? We're going to look like superstars even though we have no idea what we're doing. It's time to bring onions into the fold. We get $1,800 for completing this. All we got to do is have a few carrots and some onions. I think the carrots are done. Now we literally just need onions. And buying new land is actually fairly cheap. So I'm going to buy just a little bit more just so we can, see what happens. Alright, let's see if we can manage to grow 8 onions, and I'm just going to grow a little bit of extra stuff, because you can just never have too much of anything. We're going to do a little bit of corn just because we have the space for it and the seeds. We might as well not let it do nothing, and even some carrots. And there's something wrong with me because we're just going to do everything. And then we play the waiting game for all of this to be done. Luckily we live in the kind of place where all of this stuff just thrives with very little care, other than the occasional raking of the weeds. This might be a new record. It's been like 10 days and I haven't gone into bankruptcy or borrowed $1 million. Now we gotta turn into beet farmers. We're gonna take this order because we're just gonna get the most points and money for it. We just need dead beets to our empire. We'll stick some of those over there. We got $4,000 even after purchasing the beets. And we're gonna regrow some more seeds again because you can never have too much of anything. Then it's mostly back to the waiting game. The crops are getting a little bit out of sync with each other, but that's okay because I'm out of sync with myself. Our next order is already complete thanks to our thinking and planning ahead. Actually, both of these could be complete. This one's more money, so I'm taking that. Okay, we need just a little bit of lettuce for this one. It's only by happy accident that I haven't planted more lettuce yet. We're going to add more acreage, and these reputation points I've been earning, I can actually spend them to unlock new things, kinda like more orders. We're going to start taking on 3 orders at a time. Mostly because some of these are already done. That one's done. Then we could take on this one because it's probably worth some money with sunflowers. So we need to start sunflowering. And at some point, I might have to upgrade these so they can hold more because we're inevitably going to need a lot. But we're going to go for 3 rows now. I've got almost $8,000 so I can afford to do stupid things. First up is our lettuce seeds. We're going to need a lot of sunflower seeds, so I'm actually going to upgrade this right away because I think sunflowers are probably going to be valuable. And now we can plant twice as many. And then I'm just going to plant things like onions and whatever else I have just because, well, we're filling future orders. Some of these crops are finally getting thirsty. That's what happens when you plant sunflowers near anything. I also didn't notice I needed extra carrots, so we're going to go ahead and plant some of those late. Starting to get a little bit intense and busy to water and de-weed all of these. But the sunflowers grow alarmingly quick, so that's perfectly fine by me. Then we're going to take this. We need carrots and cabbage. I hope at some point I can just hire someone else to do all this for me. And carrots and cabbage are what we're currently doing. We could stick with that. Look at how much this one's worth. We need lettuce. We're going to pause for a second to let our brain catch up with itself, if it ever is even possible to do that. And then we're just going to plant basically everything we can. We have $10,000. Okay, lettuce is going there. I'm going to upgrade some of these at least because some of these are pretty cheap to upgrade. And then we can just have more seeds at our disposal. That costed a lot of money overall. But it takes money to make money. These are all carrots, I'm pretty sure. Now we just need lettuce. And we got the potential to plant 72 lettuces. So the world's going to rejoice at that. Also, sunflowers seem to be valuable and quick, so let's just get some of those out of the way. Now, it may look like I don't know what I'm doing, But would someone who doesn't know what they're doing make $3,000 preemptively? Okay, we also need to do tomatoes. So a tomato bin's going there. We're going to upgrade it right away to give it more space, and then we're going to plow in tomatoes right down the front row. You cannot plant very many of these at a time. It's only 3 per patch, but I worked that out perfectly somehow. Some of these crops are actually getting very thirsty, so I need to do better at paying attention to them. Probably. They grow so quick anyway that they hardly need water. Look at this beautiful order. $4,500 for some tomatoes and lettuce. It's like these people don't even know you can go get this stuff at the grocery store. Since tomatoes are apparently the most fun thing in the world, we're going to upgrade tomatoes twice because they're going to obviously make us a lot of money. Now we can plant 72 at a time. As soon as I remember to till that soil. At some point I'm going to have that dog start paying rent. This is all getting very expensive. So I'm going to expand the farm just a little more. We don't want to probably go below $5,000 because I might need that for who knows what. It's only a matter of time before I'm bound to do something really stupid that's going to cost a fortune. I guess it's kind of dumb of me also to buy all this new space and then not even utilize it. We might need more lettuce, so I'm going to plant more lettuce. When we run out of lettuce, I'm going to plant whatever else comes to mind, like sunflowers. And now we have a diverse farm that is slowly getting bigger and definitely getting more valuable. Sunflowers grow in like an instant, so I should really take lots of orders with sunflowers. Plus we're starting to get to the point where it's pretty time consuming and annoying to manually scrub things by hand. I'm going to take this one just because it's slightly easier because we're already doing lots of tomatoes. They're already starting to come in, so we're going to let them do just that while we harvest away, making all that money. We're already back over $10,000. I feel like tomatoes are going to be a game changer for us. So I'm going to spend $3,100 upgrading the tomato capacity again, and we're just going to have a tomato empire. There's no stopping the tomatoes now. They're completely encircling the rest of my farm. I noticed when you buy land, it wants to do it in rows. I'm assuming there's a reason for that. Probably something to do with the tractor. So we'll just go like that, and we're just going to have a row of tomatoes going out here. That's going to be annoying for now, but it'll make sense eventually. And yes, this is going to be annoying to keep an eye on all of this, but I'll manage. $7,000 order, we need some carrots. So we're going to buy another row just for carrots. Better make that 2 rows. I feel like we're going to need lots. And we're also going to have to upgrade our carrot seed storage, but that's okay because we're just going to need more of everything eventually anyway. And we put it back. The tomatoes grow quickly, which is very good for us. The next order we can get $21,000 just for that. For that, we need carrots, tomatoes, and beets, but I'm pretty sure I have the capacity to grow all of those in large numbers. It's raining again today, and I'm pretty sure that will water the soil, though some of this is getting pretty down. I'm going to have to actually top that up. This is the first time I've actually realized that the orders have a time limit up there at the top. At least I think that's what that is, so it gives us tons of time to do this. The tomatoes are already coming in, the million of them that we have. We're basically harvesting our entire farm at this point, so that's going to satisfy lots of orders. There's a $33,000 order. We need more tomatoes. Can we do this? Can we make a giant tomato empire? Yeah, we sure can. We have $20,000 in a dream, so we're going to upgrade our tomato thing several times over. There we got $10,600 left, which is hopefully enough to do this. We can plant 768 tomatoes, so I maybe went a little bit overboard, but we do need over 400 of them. Considering we're planting 3 of them at a time, it's going to be a minute before we have the number we need for our giant orders. So I'm also going to buy a few more strips of land, and we're also going to tomato those. I didn't know I could do this. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing. I sort of accidentally clicked on this, a single row seeder. So I guess, yep, that just works along and plant seeds for me. We need to satisfy another order, more tomatoes, why not? I am gonna need more carrots though, so I gotta be careful with how I do this. I didn't realize how low our money was. But I also know with the size of these orders, once they are done, we're gonna be rich. If I want a single row cultivator, it's $6,900. It would eliminate all these weeds so I wouldn't have to click, but we're not quite that rich yet. It's just a matter of my tomato empire getting to where it's going. There we go, everything's starting to come in. We'll take the carrots first because that's going to be the easiest order to satisfy. And then they're going to have to enjoy the tomatoes. Hopefully I get at least one of these orders done. Because $1,350 is not enough to continue an empire. There we go, now we're back up to $25,000. We haven't quite got enough to satisfy another tomato order yet, but we're actually pretty close. I'm going to try a single row plow implement and just kind of see what happens with that. Then we're going to take maybe a smaller order of just beets. But I do want to see how far this tractor will go with plowing. That was $1,000, we're up to $30,000. If it keeps going, actually, I think we're in good shape. Okay, we're gonna need some bell peppers as well, but we'll just keep an eye on everything up top. We still got tons of time to do this. So with all this money, I'm gonna do that. we're going to go ahead and let that go, and it's going to plow another row until it's done. Okay, I see. I only have one tractor to work with at a time, so it's going to do that, and then it'll come back to me, and we can start it again. So if I want to plant some tomatoes or whatever, I can do it. I'm going to need more tractors. We'll figure out how to buy them eventually. For now, I think I'm going to be manually doing it, just because it's going to be quicker ultimately. So I still need like 500 tomatoes, and it's raining so hard I can't actually see a single thing. Next, we're going to add in our very important strip of beets. And then our bell peppers are going to go there, and we're going to upgrade that right away because it's quite cheap. And the rain's finally gone. We can see what we're doing once again. And then we'll let the tractor finish whatever row of tomatoes it's working on, and then we're going to do the rest of this probably with tomatoes anyway. I think $7,000 for the tractor to help me out a little bit with de-weeding is probably worth it. Because while it's working one row, I could be working another while everything's growing. And I can start it again when I need to, even though some of these crops are actually getting done. Maybe I'm supposed to just be doing giant strips of things, so it would make more sense with the tractors at this point. Okay, the tractor's going to de-weed that last one. I've also just watered basically everything, so all this soil should be, well, good to go. And as the tractor finishes that, a lot of our tomatoes are coming back, so I'm not going to bother to de-weed them because I'm going to harvest them anyway. Don't know what that means, but something's bad. I love these orders that are high-end tomatoes. All we need is 120, we get another 16 grand because I already have the rest of this stuff. Maybe forgot to pause the game, so the weeds got a little more ambitious than they otherwise would have. But I'm pretty sure those add some nutrients to the soil or something anyway. I think that potentially you can make your farm pretty big, judging by how far out you can zoom. Interesting. Okay, so the further away from your farm you get, the more expensive land gets. I was hoping to use a long strip just for the tractor to be able to utilize it. We do still have $50,000, but the tractor can just plant away on this one. This is probably mostly going to be the tractor tomato strip. We'll see how expensive it gets in the other direction. It's only $2,000 per strip. There's 3,000, so we'll leave it that long. Okay, so one little tractor doing tomato seeds. Off you go. Live a good life. And then we'll do some corn and carrots over here. I've also upgraded my corn storage, so once this grows, we'll be able to get more back. Look at the little tractor go. So proud of that little guy. Already our corn is done, so we'll get some extra seeds back. The tractor is definitely going to save my life over here for taking out all the weeds along that strip. And lucky for me, I get to take care of the rest, wherever the crops even are anymore. Well, since I've done the work, I might as well plant some beets in its place. And look at that, the sun is back. What a rare thing. My carrots are getting done, so we'll go ahead and pick those up. The tomatoes won't be far behind. $60,000 for this. Onions, chili peppers, lots of tomatoes. You got it. It's just slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, the tomatoes are ready. So are these guys. $7,100 for a tomato harvester that's going to plow through the barn and the dog, but whatever. Okay, we're going to need some chili peppers, so I'm definitely going to buy that and upgrade that a few times. We can also buy a tractor barn for $1,280. We don't even need to own the land it's on. So in theory, we could do more strips of land with more planting going on. Don't know if I've thought this through entirely, but that doesn't matter because more strips of land, what's not to like? So we can set a second tractor going there to plow that, and then we'll send a planter in behind this one. Is that going to work, or is this stupid? We're going to have a plow following right in behind. Yeah, so he'll harvest, he'll plow, he'll get the next one ready. We did spend quite a bit of money doing whatever I just did, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful about how ambitious we get. And we need a few different varieties of things. Onions and bell peppers. I've already screwed things up in a pretty big way because this guy's about to come probably plow over existing crops. Which, whatever. So they're going along. He's harvesting. I don't know where my planting tractor is gone, so we're going to have to redo that with our tomato planter going here and here. And then we're going to follow in behind with one of my de-weeding things, and that's going to work just fine, probably. Whatever these are already ready to be taken up, and that satisfied one of my orders. Now we just need chili peppers and lots of tomatoes as always. I'm going to go ahead and ignore all these because none of these have large amounts of tomatoes in them. Okay, then I sent my tractor going down that and tractor going down here to clear out the weeds for my giant strips of money-making tomatoes. I'm going to increase the size of my tomato areas because we still need like 1,000 of them, and I'm starting to get worried we can't actually produce 1,000 of them. We're going to plant another giant row. Not enough diesel. Okay, we're going to buy more diesel tanks because I didn't realize you needed diesel. How much do these cost? Probably a lot. Yeah, those aren't cheap. Those are $4,000 each. Here we go. We can buy diesel up here, I guess. So we have hundreds of liters. We're going to buy lots of this because we're going to do lots of tractor work. Okay, we're full. So we got a few different tractors on the go right now doing all sorts of different things while I try and figure out how to keep this all somewhat in order. Okay, so what we need now is a harvester tractor. You can go there as soon as we have a tractor available, which should be in just a second. Okay, good. They're going along. They're harvesting lots of tomatoes for us. They all have a giant problem or something. Hopefully we just harvest them before that becomes too apparent. Why are we leaving things behind now? Hello? Harvest the rest of those. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, we just satisfied the first order. I kind of made a mess of things because I'm stupid, but that put us back up to almost $40,000. We still need about another 500 tomatoes, but we'll be pretty wealthy after that again. We're going to take a bit of a mellower order. We're going to do watermelons and lettuce. But we're going to have our tractors going in like that, and then all three of them are going to go and be able to plow it down. While they're doing that, I'm going to upgrade my carrot storage a lot. And then by the time they're done, I'm going to do 2 strips of tomato and 1 of carrots, and then I'm probably manually going to remove the weeds. I'm also going to try and find some watermelon storage. We're going to put that there and upgrade it twice. And then manually grow the rest of the things we're going to need. Watermelons, I'm pretty sure we grow like 1 at a time, so that's going to be super annoying. Okay, well, the tractors are going to start going. I'm manually probably going to weed these. I might get lazy and make the tractors do it. Yeah, the weeds aren't going that fast. The crops will be fine to grow in some weeds. So off they go, saving our precious crops. The crops over here also not doing super hot, but they're ready to be harvested, so who cares? The tractors are saving me so much work at this point. Look at all those crops we're going to get. We are starting to wind down time on some of these, so yep, we better be ready. He's going to go start getting carrots. We need to catch our way up on carrots big time. So these guys are all having problems with their basically everything. They're very low on water, but also very low on nutrients, which I didn't realize was a thing. I'm also sending the de-weeders out once again. We're having the tomatoes just about ready to harvest. The watermelons are ready to harvest. Ooh, those crops and soil is not looking good. Maybe we've been working the soil too hard. My dream! $82,000 for just tomatoes. So the carrot thing is done. We didn't quite get the carrots we needed, but that's actually okay in a sense. So any second now, our other tractor is going to be available. We'll start scooping up tomatoes. We need just a few more carrots. Oh, what happened to the tomatoes down here? Well, the tractor's going to go and pick up all that. Those guys just died because, oh, the soil nutrition is terrible. So at this point, I'm going to manually spray a bunch of manure stuff all over these. That's hopefully going to bring everything up to a more acceptable number. Okay, I found a cheaper version of what I was using that's going to fill mostly just what I need a lot better. So it's actually a lot cheaper to do this. So I've fertilized up to about here. I've manually planted because we're getting low on money and I really need to complete these orders. You know, despite all this needless struggle and hardship, our farming reputation is really, really good. That tells me that people have absolutely no idea what it is I'm up to over here on my farm. Hopefully these carrots are enough to finish the 1 order, and that's going to give us $20,000. I didn't know I could also spray these with herbicide. I should look at this stuff more than I do. Okay, I just sprayed a bunch of stuff down. We spent a bit of money doing that for sure, but we're back in business. We definitely got to plant a lot of tomatoes in a hurry though, so we got to find a way to do that. But we're going to start by sending out 2 of our tractors to harvest what we got. That might finish the first order, and then we're going to do the whole strip again. Maybe 3 or more strips entirely. I think we might just have to. Whoops, did not mean to double down on that one. I don't know why this one stopped anyway. Simply put, now is the race against time. We've got to plant a lot of tomatoes and we have very little time to do it. And we're running out of tractor space. These guys are just going to plant tomatoes as quick as they can. We're hopefully going to harvest them ASAP. Wow, that one went quickly. Okay, we lost a big contract for tomato growing. These guys are going to go de-weed that whole strip, so the tomatoes are going to be a little bit happier because of it. And we're just going to bolster everything with another tomato order. Then we lost another tomato order. Okay, we're going backwards now. I'm going to send a nutrient spreader down there for all rows, so these are going to spread nutrients all the way down. So they're bringing the soil back to life a little bit as they go, and the tomatoes seem to like that. And we're running out of diesel, so we're going to top that up, and we're running low on money. I entirely ran out of money, so I think that might be the end of our farming empire. We just failed on a little bit of our tomatoes. Everything else was great, but we got a little bit too ambitious. Next time, we'll have great rows of tomatoes that go beyond the horizon.